The Last Defenders. Epic final stand at Castlehold medieval siege battle in 4K. Dawn breaks over Castlehold. Beneath the rising mist, the last defenders stir. Knights don dented armor. Archers string weather-worn bows. They are not many, but every soul here has sworn to hold this ground. Beyond the hills, the enemy approaches, an ocean of steel, banners fluttering like storm clouds. In the courtyard, the Lord Commander walks the line, locking eyes with each soldier. No retreat, no surrender. A simple vow spoken in silence. Castlehold is all that remains between freedom and ruin. These walls have stood for centuries. Today, they will be tested by fire. The gates creak as they close, one final time. On the parapets, archers notch arrows. In the mud below, traps are set. The siege begins not with a scream, but a stillness. The kind that comes before fate strikes. The defenders grip their weapons and wait. Their stand will be written in blood. The first wave crashes like thunder. Enemy footmen charge with wild fury. Shields raised, axes swinging. From the battlements, the defenders rain death. Arrows thud into flesh. Boiling oil sears armor. But they keep coming. A battering ram slams against the gate. Each strike splintering wood and resolve. Archers are pulled back as firebombs ignite the outer trench. Screams echo in the smoke. Still, the knights do not waver. On the western wall, a young squire takes up his fallen captain's sword and holds the line. Blood turns the ramparts red, and yet every inch is contested. For every breach made, a hero falls to seal it. Inside the chapel, monks chant prayers drowned by steel and flame. The castle shakes, but it stands. With each assault repelled, the enemy regroups. The defenders take a moment to breathe, bloodied, weary but alive. They know the worst is still to come, but none yield. Night descends, but the siege does not rest. The enemy withdraws to sharpen blades and summon reinforcements. Within Castlehold, the defenders count their losses. The dead are wrapped in torn banners. The wounded whisper final words. A healer stitches a knight's side by candlelight, her hands trembling but sure. Across the ramparts, guards pace under moonlight, watching enemy fires dance beyond the trenches. They know the next assault will be worse. Beneath the chapel, the blacksmith hammers salvage steel into makeshift weapons. Shields reforged from gate hinges, spears from broken ladders. In the great hall, the Lord Commander gathers the remaining captains. We will not fall tonight. Eyes meet, tired but burning. These few have become legends in the making. And as the torches flicker in the wind, an eerie silence settles, thick with dread and something deeper, resolve. For in the darkest hour, the defenders still believe the walls will hold. As the battle pauses, memory floods the minds of the weary. A knight grips a locket with his wife's portrait, whispering her name. An archer recalls the laughter of his daughter, chasing fireflies in the fields. Even the Lord Commander stares into the fire, remembering a brother long buried beneath foreign soil. This stand was never about glory, it's about duty. The people beyond these walls, the future they shelter, the promise they made to protect it all. Flashbacks blur into the present. Faces of family overlaid on comrades fallen. The past fuels the present. In the chapel, a prayer rises like smoke. Across the hall, weapons are blessed. The castle may fall, but the spirit within it will not. The enemy surrounds them. But inside, the defenders rediscover why they fight. Not for kings or crowns, but for love, for home, for each other. And in that resolve, a final hope is born. Before the sun can rise, fire rains from the sky. The enemy unleashes their fury. Catapults hurl flaming stone, collapsing the east wall in a deafening roar. Rubble buries archers, thus blinds all. Through the breach, enemy soldiers pour like a flood. The courtyard becomes a slaughterhouse. Knights on horseback crash into ranks of invaders, blades flashing, hoofs pounding. A peasant boy with a pitchfork stabs a seasoned warrior in desperation. Blood stains the snow. The defenders form a shield wall, back to back, swinging in brutal arcs. On the ramparts, a lone archer fires his last arrow before drawing a dagger. The battle becomes personal. Faces inches apart, screams louder than any war horn. Steel against steel, flesh against fire. For every inch lost, 10 lives are spent. But the enemy cannot take the heart of the castle. Not yet. Amid the chaos, the defenders dig in, turning ruin into fortress. Castlehold still breathes. The end begins with silence, then a scream. The keep is breached. Enemies surge through shattered halls, setting fire to all. The chapel collapses in flame. The blacksmith dies, defending the infirmary with his hammer. The great doors to the throne room shake, then split. Inside, the last defenders draw steel one last time. A circle of knights, backs to the throne, face an army. The Lord Commander raises his sword. For Castlehold, the enemy charges. Steel crashes, blood sprays. Every swing buys a heartbeat. A wounded archer climbs a column and fires down to his last breath. A squire drags a fallen knight's body into cover, only to fall beside him. The throne burns. The banners fall, but not a single defender retreats. They fight with the fury of the fallen and the strength of the remembered. In death, they carve victory into history, and the world will remember. The morning after is quiet. Castlehold is ashes, its towers broken, its halls silent. But silence does not mean defeat. Among the smoldering ruins, a child emerges, mud-covered, eyes wide. The only survivor, cradling the tattered banner. Around her, broken swords lie in blood-soaked earth. The enemy has withdrawn, shattered by the cost of conquest. They took the castle, but not the spirit. The defenders held longer than any dare believe. Their sacrifice echoes beyond stone and fire. In nearby villages, stories begin to spread of knights who never yielded, archers who stood tall, and a fortress that defied fate. That child will grow with tales etched in memory. Castlehold may be lost, but in the hearts of the free, it stands eternal. The last defenders are gone, but their final stand has become legend. And legends never fall. Subscribe to Timeless Legend for more epic tales of courage, sacrifice, and honor.